Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in Peoria, Illinois, where we are quickly closing on the end of the season. With just over a month left to go in the year, it is now or never for title aspirations. Can Delta bounce back after a loss against Sophie and prove herself to still be worthy of a title shot? Can D.I.C.E manage to upset the champions and potentially get themselves in the conversation for the tag team titles? Get ready for a night of stellar action, intelligence, and drama, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night with a men's Universal Champion, or not championship match, Universal Division match. Introducing first, he's been struggling a bit this year, unable to really get his feet. It is the Beast, Dunban. And his opponent, it is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. And here we go, both men ready. Referee rings a bell to meet in the middle, with Dunban immediately beginning with the right hands, knife edge chop, spinning clothesline. And forcing Wolf back up to his feet. Irish whip right into the referee. And now walking Wolf to the other corner. And what is Dunban thinking here? Tub leg dropkick right into the turnbuckle. Uppercut now heading up top. Diving elbow. And Dunban just stomping on the arm. And again. And now Wolf with a super kick. Trying to get some offense going. Springboard flying forearm. And a snap suplex. Into the cover. There's one. Long one count. Now Dunban just sending Zenkichi tumbling over the top rope. Zenkichi looking for the grapple. Dunban elbows out. Forcing Zenkichi back up to his feet. Just tossing him aside. And climbing in at the count of 4. Zenkichi back up to his feet. And just showing off to the crowd. Dunban behind him. And face first into the apron. And, you know, just like Monday, if I sound a little bit off, if I have to pause to cough or whatever, I'm still recovering from being sick last week, so apologies in advance. I'll try my best not to cough too much into the mic. Zenkichi tossing Dunban over the top rope, spearing him off. And now climbing up top, staring down his opponent. And a flying elbow drop. Zenkichi back inside the ring. Dunban turning him around, looking for the Blossom Dance. He's not getting it, so there's a single shoulder suplex and a spear again to the outside. Dunban tossing Zenkichi for a run. Wraparound suplex into the pin. There's 2. Zenkichi kicks out. Just trying to find any semblance of rhythm. And he might find a little bit here, looking for the Wolf's Bane Powerbomb. And the pin, there's 1, 2, no. Zenkichi forcing Dunban back up to his feet. And did he just hit a Blossom Dance against Dunban? Now heading up top. Double foot stomp. Dunban rolling to the outside. And what a surprise, a senton to the outside. Dunban with a sharp elbow getting out, turning Zenkichi around face first to the outside. Back inside the ring we go, Dunban. Born in a world of strife against the odds who choose to fight. Blossom Dance. And the pin, there's 1, there's 2. Ooh, close. Dunban with a knee, and again, but Zenkichi, seeing that coming, rolls out of the way. Double leg drop kick to the leg, and now Zenkichi lining something up. Another Wolf's Bane Powerbomb. There's 1, 2. Close, but still. Wrist clutch, stomp to the side. And now Zenkichi with the clotheslines. Dunban looking for a kick. Not happening. And the pin. There's one. There's two. And Zenkichi puts it away. And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. Coming off of a pretty strong win at WarGames, it is D.I.C.E. And their opponents, they are your men's tag team champions,
and their opponents,
the Dark Hour.
Of 266 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid, the tag team world champions, the Steiner Brothers. Yo, let's go! Come on, let's go!
And here we go, Rantaro versus Makoto. They meet in the middle, Rantaro immediately beginning with a nice little dodge there. And a face plant. Stomps right to the jaw, forcing Makoto up to his feet. Walk him to the northern ropes. And a stomp. Taro tossing Kodo into the corner, tagging in Kokichi. And a double backstabber. And Kokichi just raking the eyes of Makoto. Tossing him into the corner. And into the Tree of Woe. And just trying to stomp him down. What is Kokichi thinking here? Oh no. Double stomp to the chest. Kokichi tossing Makoto back into the corner. Knife edge chop. Face first into the turnbuckle. And forcing Yuki back up to his feet. And Makoto with an Irish whip. Trying to get some semblance of offense going. Or maybe he should tag in Junpei. Alright, a hangman also works. And now Makoto going for the pin. There's one. Kokichi kicks out. Makoto forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. Irish whip. And a suplex right in the corner. Makoto forcing Kokichi back up to his feet again. Irish whip into the corner, tagging in Junpei. Irish whip into a double back by drop. And now Junpei immediately busting Kokichi open. And going for another pin attempt. There's one. Kokichi kicks out, but just trying to keep the pressure on. Junpei protecting the pin, or protecting the tag out. Tagging Makoto back in, looking for another tag team attack. And again, Makoto just tossing Kokichi into the corner. Turning him around face first into the turnbuckle. And Makoto with a pendulum backbreaker. Forcing Kokichi back up to his feet. Irish whip again into the corner and again just tagging in Junpei. Trying to wear him down as much as possible. Junpei with a springboard double leg dropkick going for the pin. Might be bringing Rantaro in. No, still only one count. Junpei up top, telling Kokichi to get up to his feet, flying through the air, landing with a forearm. And now Irish whip. Pop up, sent down with that right hand. And Kokichi with the reversal, having enough. Turning Junpei around face first into the turnbuckle. And again. And finally, Kokichi taking his leave, tagging Rantaro back in, and having a chance to recover. Rantaro with a clothesline. Now trapping Junpei into the corner. And Rantaro lining up, just driving the foot into the cheek with that drive-by. Looking for a spinning back heel kick. Junpei catching that, sending Rantaro down. Now Junpei tagging in Makoto. Into the corner, turning Rantaro around. And a sliding suplex. Makoto back into the ring immediately, not wasting any time along the outside. And now it's Rantaro's turn to turn that kick around. Into the cover, there's one. And now Makoto from behind, tossing Rantaro into the corner, tagging in Junpei. Junpei forcing Rantaro up to his feet. And looking for Uno. Y dos. Y tres. Los tres amigos. There's one, there's two. Right? That's the right conjugation. It'll be los, right? I don't know Spanish. Flying forearm connects. But Rantaro lucky to be able to tag out. And now Kokichi in the corner, not quite. Irish whip. Underneath. Over the top. I was half expecting a spear. And now Irish whip. Sling blade. Into the cover. Here comes Makoto. And there's the spear. And the cover. There's 1, 2. Junpei kicks out. And now Kokichi tagging Rantaro back in. And there's a super kick. And now the pin. There's 1, there's 2. Junpei still managing to kick out. Kokichi playing defense, knocking Makoto off the apron. Another eye rake. And now Irish whip. Another pop-up. Just sending him down, going for the pin again, just applying the pressure. There's 2. Junpei still kicks out. Double tag. Now we have the 2 men who started this match. Rantaro stepping out of the way, and there's a stunner. Irish whip, spinning back heel kick. And the cover, Junpei's in the ring. Advantage dice. And now Rantaro. Over the shoulders. Fireman's carry knee. And that should be it. There's 1, there's 2. Makoto kicks out. Springboard, stunner. And Rantaro not going for the pin, instead another double tag. Kokichi with a double leg drop kick. I don't know why you wouldn't go for the pin in that situation. You literally had the win in your hands. And now Junpei with a spinning elbow going for the pin, bringing Rantaro into the ring. Advantage Dark Hour now. Junpei, just don't do anything stupid. Tagging in Makoto. Tag team attack. And now Makoto, go for the cover. There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, the Steiner Brothers.
That was close. That was a lot closer than I was, than I think the Dark Hour was hoping for. But at the end of the night, a win is a win. Even if it took a little bit more out of them than they were expecting. And now for our second tag team matchup of the evening. I want to see y'all dancing because it is time for Ibuki Miyota and Hatsune Miku, the Cybridals. These two have been struggling immensely over the past couple of months, and we are, people backstage are just now starting to notice. And their opponents. It is Chie Sadanaka and Yukiko Amagi, the Twin Dragons. And here we go. Ibuki, Yukiko, first in the ring. Referee rings the bell. And Yukiko immediately tossing Ibuki into the corner. Ibuki elbows herself out. Irish whip into the corner. And Yukiko elbows out. Yukiko setting up Ibuki in the Tree of Woe. Now forcing her back up to her feet. And a combo sending her down, forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. And tagging in Chie. Chie with an uppercut. Enzigiri. And a suplex. Now what is Chie looking for here? Double leg drop kick to the shoulder. And now Chie going for the pin. Ibuki tossing Chie into the corner. Setting, and now setting Chie in the Tree of Woe. Stomps to the chest. Chie bopping herself out. Looking for a satellite DDT. Missed it out. Ibuki with a face buster, and Chie tagging Yukiko in. Yukiko now going for the pin. There's one. Hatsune Miku's in the ring. And now Ibuki with the ground and pound. Ibuki tossing Yukiko into the corner. And a face buster. And now, finally, Hatsune Miku's in the ring. Yukiko elbow to the spine, sending Miku for a run, uppercut to the stomach. And Miku elbows out. Irish whip, tagging Ibuki in. And a nice little bit of tag team flourish there. Miku with a shot between the shoulders. Yukiko fights her way out, tossing Ibuki into the corner. Yukiko with the half-hitch knee raises. Double foot to the neck. And double knees. And now Yukiko not paying attention, allowing Ibuki to tag out. Miku's back in the ring. Wonder if that might have been part of a plan, though. Never quite know with the Twin Dragons. Yukiko double knees to the spine. Wrist clutch stomp to the spleen. Now just pulling back on the wrist. Double knees to the spine. And Yukiko taking in Chie. Taking a weird route to get there, but got there nonetheless. Chie tossing it, Miku into the corner, tagging Yukiko back in. And this is what I was saying, like, you never quite know with the Twin Dragons exactly what their game plan is. I don't think they know half the time. I think they just kind of go based off of vibes. Yukiko tagging Chie back in. Chie, grand uppercut to the chest. And now turning Hatsune Miku around. Rolling 180 DDT. And Hatsune Miku with the reversal. Stomp to the ankle. And Miku tossing Chie into the corner. Pulling on the arm. Uppercut. Stomp to the chest. And again. And Miku picking Chie back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. Black Widow. And now Miku just stomping on the ankle. And now Miku going for the cover. Yukiko immediately in to break it up. Chie again sent into the corner, tagging in Ibuki. And another tag team flourish. There's a crossbody, and now Ibuki going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Chie kicks out. Ibuki tossing Chie into the corner. There's one. There's two. And the third. Elevating moonsault. Ibuki looking for a DDT. Chie getting out of the way, and now Ibuki just walking Chie to the southwest corner. And now Ibuki lining in a Kojai clutch. And releases the hold. Into the corner again. Chie elbowing out, trying to bring this match back into their favor. Looking for a satellite DDT. Chie steps out of the way now, sending Ibuki into the corner. Ibuki fights out, pushing Chie back into the corner. And Ibuki with a facebuster into the cover. There's one, there's two. Chie still kicks out. And now Hatsune Miku back in. Chie elbows out, spinning heel kick. And now Ibuki playing some defense from the apron. Chie knocking her off, but consequently allowing Hatsune Miku time to recover. And now Chie with a Spanish fly into a moonsault and the cover. There's one, there's two. Hatsune Miku kicks out. Chie tags out, Yukiko's back in. Hatsune Miku just trying to catch her breath along the ropes, and now sent to the outside. Yukiko trying to send Ibuki off the apron now. And now crossbody to Miku. There's 5. And 6, Miku sending Yukiko into the steel steps and right into Ibuki, but now Yukiko sending Ibuki into the steps. Miku with a double Pele kick. Now into the corner. Another Black Widow. Chicken wing suplex. And Miku tossing Yukiko back into the corner, sending her up top. And Miku looking to fly, but Yukiko just saying no thanks. Look for a knee drop, both women missing. And now Yukiko on the offense, looking for a finisher. Abdominal stretch. Ibuki's in to break it up. And now Yukiko just sending Ibuki down, sending a message. And now Miku on the offense again. Moonsault from Miku, going for the cover. Chase breaks it up. And now Miku with a super kick. And a running moonsault. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And see, it's not that I don't mind longer tag team matches, just as long as there's actual logic behind their moves, and that was a spectacular match. And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Bayonetta.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the other side of darkness, the witch, Bayonetta.
And her opponent, it is the woman by many names. It is Iruma. Here we go, Bayonetta, Mew, staring each other down. And referee rings the bell, Bayonetta not wasting any time with a sliding trip. Mew trying to get back up to her feet. Immediately ensnared by Bayonetta with the tombstone faceplant. Now kick to the spine. Kick to the shoulders, to the back of the head. And the head scissor elbow. And yeah, Bayonetta not wasting any time. Knee to the jaw. Now knife edge chop, but Mew fights her way out. Sending Bayonetta into the corner. Looking to go for it again, but Bayonetta elbows out. And now a chicken wing delayed pendulum backbreaker. Bayo forcing Mew back up to her feet. Toss into the corner. And Mew slipping it behind. Reverse DDT. And Bayonetta getting out of the way of the stomp and another trip. Here's the pin, there's one, there's two, Mew kicks out. Stomp to the wrist. Sending Mew, Mew sending Bayonetta head first. And there's one, no. And now suplex, a release suplex right into the corner. Bayonetta forcing Mew back up to her feet. And tombstone pile driver. Bayonetta up top. Looking for the spiral tap. Mew somehow getting out of the way. And a spinning backdrop. And Mew kneeing, adding insult to injury. Going for the cover. There's one, there's two, Bayonetta kicks out. And now Mew just clutching the wrist. Looking for a submission, Bayonetta elbows herself out. And a delayed over-the-shoulder suplex. Mew in one corner, Bayonetta looking for the enziguri, Mew just ducking underneath. Bayonetta on the apron, Mew lining up, looking for the spear, wasting a little bit too much time with a finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. And now going for the pin as Bayonetta. Mew kicks out. Bayonetta with a head scissor neck breaker. And now along the outside we go. Elbow drop sent down. And now handstand headlock. And back into the ring we go. Stomp to the spine. Bayonetta wrist clutch, arm breaker. And now setting Mew up in the Tree of Woe. And Bayonetta looking to fly here. Mew struggling to get herself out. And the cross country. Bayonetta up top. Spiral tap. And the cover. There's one, there's two. Mew will not kick out. And I have to say, that was amongst one of the weirdest matches in recent memory. It wasn't bad, it was just a little bit weird. And next, introducing first, coming up short in her match against Sophie last week.
Making her way to the ring from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Deborah.
It is the Changebringer, Delta. And her opponent,
From Monterrey, Mexico, Lexibor.
it is Lexibor. Here we go, both of them in ready, staring each other down. And probably one of the longest standing rivalries in this promotion. As Lexi fights her way out, flying forearm. It has cooled down a little bit, but they still really do not like each other. And there's a spear in the corner, nearly breaking Delta's wrists along the ropes. Delta knees herself out. Now tossing. Nope, there's a clothesline. Lexi back up to her feet. Ducking underneath. Tackling. And now stomp to the shoulder. Lexi turning Delta around. Cross arm suplex into the cover. There's one. Delta kicks out. And the fire stomp's just bouncing the face off the canvas. And a spinning arm breaker kick. Lexi, snap DDT. Now heading up top. Diving foot stomp. And the cover, there's one. Still a one count. Late one, but a one nonetheless. Lexi with a moonsault. Delta gets out of the way. And Delta with a kick right to the spine. And now Delta just sliding Lexi away from the ropes, just stepping on it for good measure. There's two. Early 2 count. Delta turning around, moonsault. And looking to put this one away early. There's one, there's two. Lexi still kicks out. Both of these women, former champions, so they know what it takes to compete at a high level. Both been struggling a little bit as of late, but not too bad. And now Delta looking for the abdominal stretch. That Lexi fights her way out of. There's a hip toss. Delta rolls out of the way. Lexi, Irish whip. Pop up knee into the enziguri. Forcing Delta back up to her feet. And sending her back down with the clotheslines. Lexi forcing Delta back up. Spinning back heel kick. Into a moonsault for good measure. Not going for the cover. Double leg drop kick to the back of the head. Delta rolling to the outside. And now a suicide senton. Head scissor takedown from Delta, forcing Lexi back up to her feet, forcing her back inside the ring. And now middle of the ring, looking for a bout of fisticuffs. Just leaving it all in the ring. emptying their tanks. And now both women in the pockets. Just unloading and separating. Tornado kick from Lexi. She recovers just the slightest bit quicker. And the cover, there's one, there's two. Delta kicks out. And now Lexi in the corner. We all know where this is going. Cyclone kick. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Lexibor!
And I love watching these two compete against each other. Like, every single match is a spectacle, and this was no different. And now for a Falls Count Anywhere match. Introducing first, he is your men's Cruiserweight Champion, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart. It is the Phantom Fox himself.
The following contest
It's Yusuke Kitagawa.
representing the Heart Foundation from Tokyo, Japan. Weighing in at 145 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion, the Phantom Fox.
And his opponent. It is the ultimate lucky student.
Weighing in at 143 pounds, with Komaeda.
It is Nagito Komaeda. And now refereeing his bell, Nagito immediately running towards Yusuke, hitting a single leg drop kick. Yusuke kicking him away. Using his reach advantage, using his height advantage to his advantage. Going for the pin, there's one. Long one. Still a one. Yusuke forcing Nagito back up to his feet. Pull back. Knee. And the ground and pound. Stomp for good measure. Wrist clutch, knee strike. And now Yusuke sending Nagito for a run, diving underneath, and the uppercut to the stomach. Over the shoulders. Sending Nagito down. Clutching the wrist. Pulling back on the arm, and again, just double knees. Yusuke keeping this match slow. Looking for a pin, not even a 1 count. But just applying pressure. Irish whip. Pop-up knee into the enziguri. And now Nagito rolling Yusuke onto his back, going for a little bit of a ground and pound. Looking to get himself back into this match. Tabletop. Hammer punch. And again, just treating Yusuke's spine like an anvil. And now Nagito, chicken wing facebuster. Both men back to their feet. And now Yusuke just being sent into the corner, and now Nagito with a stomp. And the cover, there's 1, 2, Yusuke kicks out. Gut-wrenching power slam. Nagito heading up top, telling Yusuke to get up to his feet. Crossbody. And the cover, there's 1, 2. And Yusuke slipping out. And now both men unloading on each other. Reversal after reversal. Just exchanging right hands, and now Nagito just kicking Yusuke down. Forcing him back up to his feet. And a swinging neck breaker. And looking for another stomp. But Yusuke turning that into an RKO. Don't know why you're... Okay, just reposition him an inch to the side. Okay, sure. And now Kashinda. Into the pin. There's 1, 2. Nagito kicks out. I promise this is a Falls Count Anywhere. They just want to stay inside the ring. Not that I'm complaining. And now Yusuke lining up the spinning back heel kick. Into the cover, there's 1, 2, Nagito kicks out. Now what is Yusuke thinking here? Will it be the phantom leg drop? Yes, it will. Looking to put this match on ice. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, I promise, that was a Falls Count Anywhere match. Neither man deciding to leave the ring, but still putting on an absolute banger. And for our next matchup, introducing first. It is still weird to me that he is almost main card material at this point, or main event material at this point, but here we are. It's been a weird year. It is Teddie. And his opponent, it is the ringleader himself, Jaren.
Weighing in at 155 pounds, Jaren!
Here go both men ready. And referee rings the bell to meet in the middle. Jaren immediately beginning by walking Teddie over to the eastern ropes, or the western rope, excuse me. And just bouncing him off, elbows to the spine. Now wrist, or a gut-wrenching backbreaker. Now just driving Teddie's face into the mat. Forcing him up. Springboard double leg dropkick. Now the ground and pound. Now Jaren with a clover leaf. Going for the back stretch. And Teddie just kicks him off. Now Teddie with a head scissor. Into a release suplex. Excuse me. Now Jaren over the shoulders. Walking Teddie to the corner. Snake eyes. And now Jaren going for the cover. 1. And another suplex. And Jaren looking for another one, but Teddie slips out. Springboard facebuster. Teddie to the Jaren to the outside, Teddie following. And a cradle backbreaker. And now Teddie just rolling through. And Teddie forcing Jaren back into the ring. And now Jaren going for another cover. There's one. Teddie kicks out. And now Teddie with a face buster. And now in the corner. And a spear. There's 1, 2. And now Jaren looking for a crossbody and gets it. Teddie tossing Jaren over to the side. There's 3. Senton. Now there's 6. Teddie to the outside again. Head scissor takedown. Teddie tossing Jaren back in. And now hyping up the crowd. Thought he was going to do something a little bit more special, but nope, just jumping into the ring. Wheelbarrow. DDT. And now Jaren with the clotheslines. Hop-up drop kick. And Jaren with the cover. 1, 2, only 1. Super kick. Jaren trying again. There's 1, there's 2. Teddie pops out. Now Jaren, crossbody. Irish whip. Backbreaker. And lining up, sending... No! Teddie sending Jaren to the outside. And Teddie with a DDT. Dragging Jaren away from the ropes. And a cover. There's 1, there's 2. Jaren continues this match. Teddie with just a sharp kick to the temple. And now deadlift German. Making his way back to the corner. And another. Spear. There's 1, 2, and finally Teddie puts Jaren away.
Here is your winner, the Bear
still weird to me that Teddie is, like, actually competent this year. He may have a title shot soon. With the performances he's been having, we might see Teddie holding championship gold. We might be in that timeline. And now for our main event of the evening. It is a champion versus champion match. Introducing first, incredibly, still your Women's Nexus champion, coming off of a fairly tight win against Pyra just a week ago to hold on to the belt. And we'll be taking on her sister in just under a month. Excuse me. We'll be taking on Mithra in just under a month. It is Fiora. And what a story this year has been for her. Winning the belt at Ultimate Fight Night. I forget against who. It might have been Makoto. I forget exactly who she won the belt from at Ultimate Fight Night last year. And just not relenting. Month in, month out, just retaining the belt. I remember, one loss in a Nexus Championship match, you can no longer try, which, the fact that she's still the champion, 10 months later? Incredible. And her opponent. Taking the belt away from her last month, and successfully defending against Delta last week. It is humanity's companion and your women's cruiserweight champion, Sophie. And here we go, referee rings bell. Fiora immediately begins with a super kick, forcing Sophie back up to her feet. Well, onto her shoulder, and onto her knee, rather. Sophie fights her way out, and now a Hurricane Rana. And now Sophie going for a quick early pin. There's one, there's two. Don't know if Fiora was just trying to recover a little bit more or what. Early 2 count does not spell good things. Now Sophie with a back elbow. Knife edge chop. And a backbreaker. And now Sophie lining up the shotgun dropkick. Referee already at the count of 6. Sophie tossing Fiora back into the ring. There's 7. Fiora getting out of the way of the stomp, and both women just jumping at each other. Now Sophie stopping Fiora in her step, in her place. Another head scissor takedown. Fiora rolling out of the way of the punch, and a Hurricane Rana or head scissor toss of her own. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between Hurricane Rana and Tilt-A-Whirl. Double foot stomp from Fiora. Sophie with an Irish whip. And into the roll-up, there's one, and now Fiora going for the pin. And now Sophie again. And now Fiora again, just rolling Sophie onto her back. 1-0, 1-0. Is that 10? Yeah, that's 10 in binary. Fiora dragging Sophie away from the ropes. Sophie fights out. Clothesline. Now Sophie rolling Fiora onto her back, going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Fiora kicks out. But Sophie has been dictating this entire match thus far. I don't see her relenting anytime soon. Irish whip into the corner. Clothesline, and now Sophie. Satellite DDT from the corner. And now heading up top. Phoenix splash into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, Fiora's still only human. And now staring down her fellow champion. And extending a hand. Sophie taking it. Fiora congratulating her for a match much better than she could have put together. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Monday for Jane Robin, and of course next week, Friday for Eclipse, as we continue down the road to Ultimate Fight Night. We only have one stop left before the main event, and that is JWE Jailbreak. But until then, we are signing out from Peoria, Illinois. See ya.